Well, it's Uncommon Fossil today, taking a look at the Gholdengo EX starter deck. Gholdengo is a very appealing Pokemon, a Stage 1 EX, so 260 HP. Prefer a little bit higher than that for a Stage 1, but it's not terrible. It's got two things that really have going for it. Make It Rain attacks for 1 energy, 1 metal. It does 50 damage for each energy you discard from hand. So it scales nicely so you can potentially one-shot everything and any Pokemon you're up against, and that's quite nice. And then the coin bonus ability, once during a turn, you may draw a card. If this Pokemon's in the active spot, you may draw 1 more card. So that's quite nice as well. It's an engine as well. So big damage, engine, very appealing. And then what the starter deck does it's 4 Gholdengo EX, 4 Gimmighouls, which only have 50 HP. Not ideal there, but call for family, attack, and it only searches, so it's for 1 energy, searches for a basic Pokemon put onto your bench. So that's nice. It'd be better if a call for family was more than 1 Pokemon, but it's 1 is better than none. Okay, the engine is a Kirlia engine, so 4 Kirlias, 4 Ralts with that can do 10 damage and switch, because we do play Psychic Energy. 4 Kirlias right here for the refinement ability. You discard a card from hand, and then you draw 2 cards, so just a way to build up a big hand size. If we discard energies, we do have ways to get energy into hand from the discard pile, so sometimes even discarding those energies, you'll do that because you know you can grab them back. And then 1 copy of Gallade, the Stage 2 that evolves from Kirlia, does 2 things. 1, Buddy Catch is a nice ability. Once during a turn, you may search your deck for a supporter, put it into your hand, so that's very good. And then we can attack with it. It's 3 energy, Psychic, Colorless. You got to get powered up, so that's one thing there. But it does 160, and you move an energy attack from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon, so you can set up then a Gholdengo for the following turn. So doing 160 on a single prize attacker is it's a nice option. You have to kind of have the Gholdengo surviving a few turns to set that up, but it is certainly a play that's there. And then 1 copy of Manaphy for Wave Veil. We can't attack with it. Obviously don't play it down against a control deck, but prevents all damage done to your bench Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Very important, so that because the Radiant Greninja would just blow up our Kirlias or Gholdengos and ruin our day for us. I gotta say right now, I don't love the place for this deck, in large part because Future Hands with Iron Hands with Amp You Very Much attack does 120. It can even scale up from that, but then 120, and they take an extra prize. 1-shots the Kirlia, 1-shots the Gimmighoul, 1-shots the Manaphy, and 2 Future Hands made top 8 at EUIC, which just completed recently. So that is not a happy not a happy meta for this deck to be in right now, I think. But anyway, it's still a deck we obviously need to consider, and I will look at how to make it better in a future video. Energy, 6 Psychic Energies, 5 Metal. Mostly you're attacking with the Metal, so maybe you should have a little more Metal than Psychic, I have to say. You're not really attacking with Kirlia or Ralts, occasionally with the Gallade, but it's more of an option than anything else. So I would think more Metal than Psychic might make sense, but we'll see what makes sense when we revise the list there. All right, so getting into the trainers here, Pokemon. First, we'll talk about getting Pokemon in play. That's always how things start off. So 4 Buddy-Buddy Poffin, really good for this deck. Search your deck for the 2 basic Pokemon, 7 HP or less. So that gets us our Ralts, it gets us our Manaphy, and gets us our Gimmighoul, so it gets us all our basics. So it's actually a big plus for this deck that this is in format rather than Battle VIP Pass. Let's see, no Nest Balls because we don't need them. We have the Buddy-Buddy Poffins. 4 Ultra Balls, we need to grab those evolutions. And then the 4 Capturing Aroma. I've said in other videos I don't love the flippy nature of it, but it is a way to get evolutions as well, because getting those evolutions is tricky. You flip a coin, I always forget how it heads, it's an evolution, you search for an evolution. Tails, search for a basic. Is this an asset to the deck or not? I'm not sure, but it's in the deck, and obviously we do need more ways to get Pokemon into our hand. It does also then play, in terms of recovery, Super Rod to put up to 3 Pokemon and or basic energy from the discard pile into the deck, so that helps with the Pokemon and sometimes the energy as well. So those are the big things there. We'll get some other things when we work through some of the other trainers. But one Pal Pad, put back the 2 supporters from the discard pile into the deck. Is just a useful card. 2 Boss's Orders, just really, really good. 4 Iono, good early, getting set up, good for disruption later. Is that best with the deck? I don't know. I'll have to evaluate that as time goes on. 4 Superior Energy Retrieval. This card is key to a deck like this that needs energy in hand and has to discard it every turn. You discard 2 cards from hand, and then you put up to 4 basic energies from the discard pile into your hand. So we need those for sure. So we got to keep playing those, and hopefully we don't run out before we win the game. 2 copies of Tulip. This is why partly there's more psychic energy in the deck. The counter is you put up a combination of 4 psychic Pokemon or basic psychic energy from the discard pile into your hand, so you can get 4 psychic energy from the discard pile into your hand in one turn. That's nice as well. Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking is great with a deck with Kirlia Engine, because that discards 1, draws 2. You play your Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking before your Kirlia, because then you search your deck for any 2 cards, put them on top of your deck, so now you guarantee what 2 cards you're going to get with your Kirlia, and that helps to get things going. 2 copies of Switch and 1 Lady, which is useful too at times. You search your deck for up to 4 basic energy, and you put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck. So obviously we need energy in hand, so it's useful. Is it the best use of a supporter for turn? Again, that's where things get tricky, right? It would be better to have something like some Earthen Vessel that gets you 2, which is less, but we don't use up our supporter for turn. But those are the things we'll have to consider for evaluating right now. Those are the pieces we have to work with, and it's an okay deck. Is my sense as I've been play testing it before making the video, and will say, like I said, I think the meta is not ideal right now. But obviously Gholdengo is a very appealing Pokemon, so a deck we want to take a look at and play some. So let's take a look at the deck in action and see what it actually does. All right, let's see what happens. We'd love to go first. Call heads on the coin toss. All right, it's an evolution deck. We want to get things set. All right, lost the coin toss, so we'll see what happens here. Our opponent probably goes first, although there are obviously a number of decks that want to go second. And if we're up against Future Hand's deck going second, actually, their going second can be very bad, because whatever we put into play, they can be very much for 2 prizes but they have to get 4 energy on, so it's tough to pull off turn 1, but it's not impossible. All right, so 1 Gimmighoul. All right, 2 Buddy-Buddy Poffin. That's good. I don't know if I'm first or second. Let's take a look here. So I'm going first. Okay, so Iron Future Hands, which I've been seeing a lot of, and it does not feel good. I can tell you that much. So I don't think I need. Let's see. Trying to think the counts I want to get down here. I don't think I need Manaphy, so Gholdengo's nice because it has a draw as well. So let me get down. I assume my Gholdengo's going to get knocked out. Okay, I only have one Gholdengo's prize. So okay, so I'm gonna put down all 3 Ralts, because if I hit Kirlia's next turn, that's good. I'm going to attach to a bench Gholdengo, assuming they're going to knock me out. They may gust me up and knock out the Gimmighoul with the energy. If they do, they do. Anyway, this is as good. This is about as good a start as you can get. Now, the problem is I don't have any play for next turn. I don't have any Pokemon search, so I hope I get Iono here, because Tulip gets me from the discard pile, which it's only Psychics Pokemon, so, and even if I get knocked out by 1, it doesn't really help me. Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. I would play that just to set up the following turn, but it doesn't allow me to get those cards this turn unless I happen to draw into a Ralts or get an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball lets me discard a Tulip and a Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking, put the Ralts down, and then Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking for 2 cards. So they're getting themselves set up quite nicely. They'll one-shot me with the Miraidon, which is what they're most likely going to do, right? The odds of, if they get enough energies, and that's a good start. That means they need. Okay, so drawing 3 cards, right? If they were really greedy, they could have put the energy on, but they're just going to Miraidon, take the knockout. And my hand is not good, right? So then now they're accelerating to the bench. They discarded a boss, which is good. Like, I don't think this game's going to go long, though, I gotta say. So, but they're discarding the boss is a big plus for me if this game continues. I might be done at the end of, before this turn ends even. We'll see what I top deck. Do I want to keep going? I'm going to concede. I'm going to concede. I could Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking and try, but it's just not, you know, the odds of it, because they're going to take two prizes. They'll be up 3 prizes to none, and, you know, and I'm still not going to be in great board shape, so I don't think anything was happening with that game. All right, see what happens here. Hopefully get a better game. The last game was pretty much garbage for me. You know, we will see. Time will tell, right? Hopefully things get going quicker too. So these games get a little slow, I will say, for my taste. The pacing of the live game needs to be tweaked some. Look, people need a certain amount of time to play, and some people are going to play slower than other people want. That's a given. All right, it's not a terrible start. Am I going first or second, by the way? All right, say done. I'm going. So I'm going second. All right, I'll probably use the call for family attack. I don't think I want a lady. Well, maybe I do lady this turn. I guess I do, huh? So what do I want down? I need a Gimmighoul. And I dropped down a Ralts. And I think I call for family. And I might as well use my supporter for turn. Thin the deck so I top deck something better. I'll just grab 2 of... You know, I'll do this because the Tulip is better with more Psychic in the discard pile, right? Yeah, I think that's what I like there. I'll attach the metal, because if I survive, I can... don't need to attach next turn. I'll drop down another Gimmighoul, I guess. I think that's probably better. I mean, look, they're both engine pieces. I do wish, we have the new rescue board, I believe is the name, which lets you grab, which reduces retreat cost by 1. If Air Balloon was in format, that would be quite nice. It would really help. You could use Gholdengo twice with its ability, right? Because you want to use the ability, retreat to the bench. Use the ability for 2. You can use the ability on the bench also, but getting that extra card is good. So they're gonna take the knockout, and it's, well, honestly, I have a ton of energy, so if I get Gholdengo, I have the knockout, I believe, right? What do I need? Well, 4, 5 times. No, I'm coming up short because I need a lot of energies. I'm coming up short, unfortunately. All right, so they attached to Jirachi just so they didn't get a great setup. That's the good thing, right? The bad thing is I don't have much going on. So, and the Gimmighoul is weak to them. It doesn't matter. They one-shot me anyway. But I am in the game, I would say. All right, what I need to discard, and I'll get rid of Pal Pad. Just keep him. I'll be sad about that. All right, Gimmighoul. All right, that's not terrible. It's not terrible. So 2 cards. Maybe. I need to get lucky. I need 2 more energies, right? What do I have? I have 1 in the discard, right? Tulip. All right, well, this isn't terrible, right? So I want to smack into them. They don't one-shot me, right? So do I just attack? I'm at 250. Do I want to... I think I'll just attack. And I'm just going to discard the 4 Psychic. I think I'm going to keep the metal. Because the extra 50 is not a big deal to me. I have metal. If they get the knockout, which I don't think they will. That's the thing with Charizard. It takes time to ramp up. I'm not sure what did they grab for a tool. They grabbed what, Defiance Band, I think it was, because they Arvin last turn, right? That's what I'm thinking. They Arvin, and let's see. Whoops. Sometimes the thing kind of Defiance Band. So okay. So getting that second Charmander set up is going to be okay. Well, they're probably going to disrupt my hand. Although honestly, what do I need? I need to discard 3 energies from hand. If they don't knock me out, I don't need to attach either. So I probably actually have knockout next turn. And if my hand stays, I play Tulip, because that gets me going nicely. I can drop down a Gimmighoul, and I want to get another Gimmighoul in play. I think Kirlia, and then maybe I actually play the Gallade. This is where it gets tricky too. Do I want to play down Gallade or not? So we'll see. So boss, okay. I guess I'm gonna take out the Kirlia. That's actually not terrible for me though. I'll take the knockout, and I'll Tulip the Ralts back into play at this point, and I won't worry about. I don't have to worry about getting the Gimmighoul down. I'll just draw because I want to grab a bunch of energy. I guess I'll use my ability first, right? Grab 2 with the ability. I'm gonna take the knockout. Yeah, I want to knock out the active. There's no reason not to do that. Don't attack yet. Make sure I use the ability. All right. Well, that's a beautiful card. Okay. Well, that's actually pretty nice there. So I want a Tulip. Do I want to get down another Ralts? So now things get interesting. All right. So let's Tulip. Let's see what I want. I could just grab energy. I could grab Kirlia. I could grab Ralts. I have a bunch of energy here. All right, I'm going to, what's the energy situation? So I'm going to get down a second Ralts, just setting up for next turn is my thought there. And what do I need to do? I need to just do 130. So I'm going to attach to my bench Gimmighoul. I discard 3 energies, right? And I have knockout. So 150, yeah. I always like to just double check. I check my mental math, and then I want to double check as I make the plays that I actually am hitting the numbers I need. Like I looked at before I attached, it said I was doing 200. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's what I expected, and that will take. I can attach one and still get the knockout. I attach the energy, just make sure. Okay, before I click the actual attack, it tells you the damage number or what the net range is. And now it says 0 to 150. I know I need to do 150. First, if I didn't have enough energies in hand, I could have energy retrieval that turn. I didn't want to do that, of course. Then but it reminded me I need to discard all 3 energies, right? I always want to know how many energies I need to discard before I attack, and then to kind of just remember it. If it's a lot of energy, sometimes I count through by 50s in the process just to make sure I get to that number. 50, 100, 150, 200, whatever you need. It's just you want, to me, have some mental tricks just to keep it straight. Maybe the mental math is not any issue at all for you, but for me, I just want to make sure I have it straight. I don't want to throw, you don't want to come up like 1 energy short when you have it in hands, right? That is a bad feeling, knowing you miscounted. So, well, this is good. This is quite good. So, I can gut. Do I want to boss this turn? Maybe. I think I do want to boss this turn. I think I'll take out the Lumineon, because first they'll probably get rid of that Lumineon, right? And that's kind of that's beautiful. 2 Kirlias. And they can't take out both Gholdengos, so that's quite nice as well. All right, so I'm gonna Kirlia away something. I do want to. I did have the switch. I could have switched and got an extra card, but I think that's fine. So let me get rid of the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I'll save the Superior Energy Retrieval if I can, right? It's all, you always want to save those great resources. So let me. Gust up the limit on V, because 2 prizes, because then it just puts me in the better spots. So right now I'm doing 100. That's not enough. I need 2 more. I'll get rid of the Ultra Ball. I don't think I need that. And I may have to play an Energy Retrieval, which I don't love, but we'll see. Okay, so I need an Energy Retrieval, which is fine. I have to discard 4 energies in the process, so that's what I remember too. So get rid of Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I think I have all the Pokemon in play is what is my thought. I don't need to bench anything else for the remainder of the game. These cards take me home, or I just lose. I mean, that's really how it looks to me. So I'll leave that Psychic there. Although I already played Tulip, I think, right? Did I play that this game? Yes, and I ditched the Pal Pad too, but I don't need to attach energy either, so this is a very nice spot. So I get rid of 4. So 2, 3. Do they one-shot me now? That's the question, right? Oh, I did. That's ooh, did I mess up? All right, so down. So now, actually, they're going to one-shot me, aren't they? So maybe I made a mistake there. I think I need another. I need another Gimmighoul down, don't I? I think I do. I think I made a blunder. So there's a Gimmighoul on deck. So we'll see what happens here. I look right now though. I should be able to one-shot the Charizard. Let's think. I got 5 energies in the discard pile. They knock him out. That's 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 5 is more than enough. But they Iono me, unfortunately, because I had a great hand. But okay, so that's very nice, very, very nice. So that might just give me game. So I'm trying to think. They're going to knock out the active, I assume. I send up my Gholdengo from the bench. I think I use Gholdengo EX's ability first. Get 2 cards from that. Then Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. I can get 2 rods from that. Right, when I discard the Ultra Ball. So Prime Catcher. Okay, I mean, I don't... That's okay, because I have Switch in deck. So they're stalling now. And stalling is okie dokie. That means I can't boss this turn, but, you know. So 30. Okay. I guess the tool doesn't matter, so sending up the guy with the tool was fine there. So let me... I'll get a switch in a Superior Energy Retrieval at this point, right? So on a switch... an Energy Retrieval. Yeah, that's nice. Those are the cards I need. Now I will use the active Kirlia, get rid of the Ultra Ball, because like I said, I was concerned about needing another Gimmighoul, but then with that last play, so now I will switch, and I'll grab 2 with the Gholdengo before I use my other Kirlia. I want to just build up my hand. Don't attack. Actually, 50. I only need to do 50, which is tremendous. Iono's pretty... Actually, I don't think I want Iono at all, do I? So they conceded. I had the knockout, and they obviously they didn't know they knew I almost certainly had the knockout, and then I was, could they have won the game with 1 Charizard left? It would have depended what happened, right? They could have Iono'd me to 1, but I have enough of an engine. I probably could have gotten there. Well, I probably had game. So anyway, so they conceded. So the deck worked that game. And, beating a Charizard is always a nice feeling, too, because Charizard's around a lot. So this deck's not bad against Charizard, which is a real plus for it. All right, let's see what happens here. Got a win last game against a Charizard deck. My opponent kind of did brick in the middle a little bit, I will say. But Charizard's, again, it's not a matchup. It's not a bad matchup, I don't think. Those Iron Hands, the Future Hands deck is what I really don't like to see. Because that just, there's, wow. I mean, they just grab 2 prizes like every turn. Wow. Okay. Like, guess my opponent knows that I'm playing Gholdengo. All 4 Gholdengos in my hand that time. So, the odds of that weren't that high, but it happened. All right, Switch. Okay, not terrible. One Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Who's going first? So I'm going second. Okay. See what happens here. I don't... no. No. Okay, this is bad news. So, bad news. Fortunately, they didn't get anything else in play, but they probably can next turn. So I got to get two Gimmighouls down. Okay, so my other Kirlia's prized. Oh, there's 4. So wait, two Ralts are prized? Wow. Okay, 2 Ralts are prized. All right, so what are my Gimmighoul situation? Okay. Yeah, so... all right. I mean, wow, and 2 Gimmighouls are prized as well. Is that correct? That is pretty rough. All right, I think I want to keep the Ralts in the active, and I just end turn. I mean, I could call for family, but I don't think that helps me. At this point, I'd rather keep the I'd rather have a Ralts knocked out than a Gimmighoul. Obviously, they can one-shot it. They have to get at least 3 energy on, though. Okay, so this is Iron Hands with Miraidon, so it might not be... Still could be Future Hands with the Iron Crown. But when it has Miraidon, sometimes the deck's a little different. Maybe it's not Future Hands, so this might just be a straight-up Lightning deck with Iron Hands and Miraidon EX. And obviously, this is straight-up Lightning deck, which the one good thing is... Flaffy's rotated, right, which accelerates energy from the discard pile to your bench Pokemon. So all they have is Electric Generator, but they hit it there, and that, you know. So Iono, okay, it wasn't a bad hand. It wasn't a great hand. They can't one-shot my Gholdengos, so that's good. All right, it's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. No, it's not. So I'll see what happens. So Capturing Aroma, I'd like to get Gholdengo EX heads. Is that an evolution? It is. So that's very nice. So I have the Switch card. I might as well attach. I'll switch. I guess, do I want to get something else? I don't know if I have anything to work with Buddy-Buddy Poffin, do I? I'll take a look. I don't think I do. I think I just have Manaphy, and I don't want to toss him down. So I was just double checking, because if I had either Ralts or Gimmighoul, I wanted one down. But that's 4 of my prize cards right there. And I think I'm okay with getting rid of that card. So I'm going to attach a metal. Obviously, I need energy in hand, but all these energies go to the bottom of my deck. So it doesn't hurt my odds of drawing into energy. So I'll Iono, and then I will use coin bonus afterwards, right? Because that gives me the biggest hand size. Well, that's not bad. That's actually kind of nice, isn't it? So I'll grab 2 cards first. Don't attack, because right now you can attack for 0. Okay, now I can attack for 50. I need 6, which is probably not happening. I actually could switch again. I could do that and get an extra card. I think that's not the pull. Wow, do I want to do that? Maybe I do. I mean, the odds of pulling this off are not great, though. All right, I'm going to get rid of an Ultra Ball first and see what I draw. I don't know that it's possible to knock them. I mean, I guess in theory I could. No, I cannot hit it now. So I want to sit on. This is actually that's a bad deal. So I might grab the other. Okay, so I will get rid of. What do I want to do? Do I need the ball? I'm thinking I want to get the other. So I might need Tulip, I guess. I don't know that I need both bosses. I might ditch the Switch, actually. I just want to get... I want to build up my hand bigger and get my board set better. So I'm going to Kirlia. Just get a couple more cards. So Tulip is good at some point. I do have the Rod, though, right? I mean, I have Pal Pad, so maybe I ditch the... I'm going to ditch the... do I ditch the Tulip or the Switch? That's my decision here. I'm gonna ditch Tulip. I'll ditch the Switch. Okay. So I'll attack for 2. I'll do 100. Yeah, I used all my abilities. So, all right. Should I have kept the Tulip or the Switch? Just got to think about that as the game goes forward. Just partly see what happens, right? But looking that it would have been the better play based on what's going to happen. That's not the way to judge something to me. You judge it by the information in hand at the time, right? So if they gust up a Kirlia and stall it, that's really when I want to switch the biggest part of it. And I don't think they're going to do that. I mean, they're just going to, they should just be kind of chewing through me, right? They're going to gust up the Kirlias and knock them out with Iron Hands, what they want to do. So, so I don't think I don't need to worry about them stalling my Kirlias. I don't think. Tulip, I probably don't want to use that next turn. It gets me 1 energy and maybe a Gimmighoul if they knock me out. They didn't knock me out, so that's super nice. Okay, Pal Pad's good too. So I'll draw these 2 here. I don't want to Iono them because they don't have anything going on. I want to knock them out. So okay, that's fine. Do I want to... Buddy-Buddy Poffin's pretty tempting, actually. All right, I'm going to Buddy-Buddy Poffin. No, I don't have anything. That's right, I forgot. It's dumb me. I forgot. I was like, yeah. So let me get rid of Capturing... Well, I'll get rid of this Kirlia. I could want a Gallade, actually, could help me out, right? So... okay, so I think I want to play my supporter. Except I'm not going to get enough energies, am I? 1, 2. That does 100. So they can see it. I'm just trying to think through how I was going to get there because I was still needed. What I needed like 4 energies to discard. I had 2. I needed to get 2 more. I guess I could have Cryptomaniac ciphering for 2 energies, and then I could have guaranteed the knockout. Maybe that was the play. I know I was being slow. I was trying to figure out the math, though, with that deck. So anyway, things worked, and very pleased about that.